Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Yan, and today I have another reading vlog. I feel like I've been so into filming reading vlogs, so I do hope you guys like them. But today is a fun one because even though I have a ton of books on my TBR that I need to read, I recently purchased 3 new books and they're all new releases, so I thought I could just film a reading vlog and let you guys know if they're worth it or not. The 3 books that I have for today's video are these books right here. The first one is Once More with Feeling by Elisa Sussman, and I actually enjoyed reading Funny You Should Ask, so I'm hoping I do like this one as well. I'm a little nervous because I saw the book girlies give this one a low rating, but I am just going to go into it blind. The other one I actually was surprised about because I also heard mixed reviews about that one and I put it off for so long, but that one was such a fun read. This cover is stunning. I know Barnes has a different cover, but I'm loving the blue and the contrast between the pink book. Then I have one of my most anticipated reads of the year. This one is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I actually loved reading The Love Hypothesis, and I have Love on the Brain as well, but I haven't read that one yet. I think they're all like STEM major books, so I'm very excited. I was also a STEM major myself. Then the last book I have here is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams, and if you guys haven't seen my 24-hour reading vlog, I read When in Rome in that video, so I want to get into this one. I hope I like this one more, and I don't think Will, the main character in this book, was introduced in the last one, so I'm excited to get into these books. If you want to see my reactions and my thoughts, then please keep on watching. So today is Saturday and I'm actually going to start Practice Makes Perfect because I really want to read this one next, since I did read When in Rome recently. And you guys, if you know me, I can't wait to read the second book or something because I'm going to forget about the characters and what happened in the previous book. So I just want to get into this one so I remember the references and who these people are. I just know that Annie was Noah's sister, so she owns a flower shop, and basically I think this one has fake dating. And I love fake dating. Also, I do like a bodyguard romance. I think it's going to be very cute. So I love this cover. This is probably one of my favorite covers of the year. I'm not going to read the back of this book in case it spoils anything for you guys if you haven't read the first one. I think that you can just read this one alone. So let's start. Hey guys, so I'm back and I totally forgot to film some reading clips for you, but I'm actually halfway done with this book and I'm so excited to talk about it because I just forget how easy to read Sarah Adams' writing is. I think this book is so cute so far. I feel like I like this one more than When in Rome right now, but at the same time I feel like it doesn't give me that 5-star feeling. But then everything is pretty perfect, so I can't tell what I'm going to rate this book yet. Basically, Annie is trying to fake date with the bodyguard and he's willing to help her because she's like known to be very innocent and people think she's super sweet. They don't think that she can be like a badass. Basically, they don't think that she can have fun, I feel like. So I think that Will is going to help bring that out of her. At the same time, maybe the reason why I wouldn't give this a 5-star is because it feels a little insta-lovey, and I don't really mind insta-love stories, but sometimes when I think about it, then I'm like, it was kind of way too fast. I'm going to try to read this one today by the pool, so I'm excited. And this one is such a fun summer read, so I'm really happy that I picked this one up. And also, I think you should read When in Rome first because there are some references in here and I just like being able to know what they're talking about, and it just hits a little bit more. So I am going to keep reading and see what will happen. Today is Sunday, and please excuse my appearance. I just wanted to hop in real quick to continue with this video and let you guys know that I finished reading Practice Makes Perfect. I am so happy that I got to read this one. I thought this was super cute overall, and I wish I annotated this book because there were so many cute quotes in here. There were so many moments where Will just like put a smile on my face. Even though I said it was a little insta-lovey, I don't really mind it, and I don't really think about it, so it's not really a big deal. I'm going to wait and share my final thoughts as well as my rating for this book at the end of the video. Moving on, I started once more with Feeling by Elisa Sussman because I have been skeptical to read this one. I just wanted to hold off on reading this one because I feel like this might be a 5-star read for me from what I've been seeing on Bookstagram, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to read a little bit about the book on the back. It says, then Katie Rose is living in the dream as an American #1 pop star, swept up in a whirlwind of sold-out concerts, screaming fans, and constant media coverage. Everyone wants to know everything about her and her boyfriend Ryan Lenevy, the hottest member of the adored boy band Crush Zone. Katie loves to perform but hates the impossible demands of stardom. Maybe that's why she finds herself in the arms of another Crush Zone member, Cal Kirby, who's always been a good friend to Katie. It sounds like there's a trope in here that I don't really like, and I feel like you guys know, so that's not off to a good start because I've read 2 books with those tropes recently and it kind of ruined the books for me. Now Kathleen Rosenberg is okay with her ordinary existence and leaving her pop star image in the past. That is until Cal Kirby shows up with the opportunity of Kathleen's dream, a starring role in the Broadway show he's directing and a chance to perform the way she's always wanted. The two haven't spoken since the joint destruction of their careers, and each blames each other. So it sounds a little bit like enemies to lovers, or maybe even a second chance. Is it a good idea to reignite old flames, especially if you've already been burned? So I don't know how I'm going to feel about this, but I really hope that it doesn't disappoint. So today is a Tuesday, and I wanted to give you guys a little update because I haven't, and I'm almost done with this book. I have about 150 pages left. This one is actually a pretty fast read, and I don't know if it's because I'm, starting to read more so I can read faster, or if it's just the writing. I don't know how to feel about this book yet. I'm actually enjoying this, but at the same time I feel like there's so much to unfold. I already know that there's that trope that I don't like in here. For some reason I just don't hate it in this book, and I don't know if the end is going to ruin it for me or anything. I'm still reading to basically uncover what happened. I just feel like there's nothing really bothering me or anything super special that is making me swoon. I'm going to wait and finish this book before I give you guys any more of my thoughts, just to see how this book wraps up. So I will be back to talk to you guys later. To be honest, you guys, I feel like part of the reason why I don't really hate this book, even though I don't think it's right, but her boyfriend is kind of a douche. So yesterday I finished reading this book, and today is Wednesday, so I'm very excited that I'm finally done with this book. And also I got new glasses, if you guys were wondering, but I just felt kind of conflicted because there were aspects of the book that I did enjoy, like the second chance romance, I guess you can say. I usually don't like second chance romance, but in this book I didn't mind it. There's a trope in here that I don't like. I actually didn't really mind it in this book, even though I feel bad because it's not right. But the main thing is that the female character was just very annoying to me, especially at the end, and I feel like that's why this entire book I wouldn't give it like a 4 or 5 just because of the main female character. She just was very annoying. I didn't really like any of the characters that much. I liked Cal, but even in some parts of the book I didn't really like his character, so I don't know, I just think this book was okay to me, but I still would recommend this one. I just don't know if there are people out there that actually like this trope in here, but I didn't think there were anything really special about the book, and I don't hate it as well. It's one of those books that I'm glad I read because it gave me something to distract myself from the real world, but I probably could have picked up a better book. It was actually pretty easy to read, so I'm so glad that I can finally start reading the last book, which is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood, and this is the book that I've been waiting to read all week. So far, I'm really enjoying this reading vlog. Let's just go ahead and get into this book. Hey guys, so it is currently 10:52 and I just started reading this book. Please excuse my hair, it's really late. I have no idea what's going on, but I wanted to share my first impressions because I have some thoughts regarding this book right now. So many people love this book, so I'm really trying to get into it right off the bat. I feel like her sentences are more complex. There are a lot of science references, so I just feel like it's a little too stressful for me because I just have to think about the science references and how it relates to what she's trying to say. For example, her first sentence in chapter 1 says, all throughout middle school, my Hollywood costume was the duality of light. So it's like, I don't understand it. So, you know, it could just be me, but hopefully as I continue to read this book, I will pick up on what she's trying to say and just kind of understand and assume. I'm only on page 12 right now. Usually it takes me about like 50 pages to get into the book, so I will definitely check back in with you guys, but right now it's just like a little confusing, and I know she's trying to create the story, so that's basically all I have to say. But let me know if you guys are confused, because am I the only one? When I told you guys that this book was kind of hard to get into because of all the references and stuff like that, the next chapter I actually really enjoyed the book. It still took some time for me to get into this book because of all the science references, but now I feel like I do enjoy them, and I've gotten to the point where their relationship is developing, so now I really want to continue reading. I think the AC in my house is broken right now, so I'm very hot, so I will just check back in with you guys later. Hey guys, so I finished reading Love Theoretically last night, and I really enjoyed the second half of this book. I did tab this up quite a bit, and Jack is just so amazing. I just love the way he loves, and I am so happy that Ali Hazelwood came out with a new book. I felt like this one had a lot more depth to it, and I just really enjoyed that. But I'm going to give you guys my rating for this book at the end. I'm just going to start with Practice Makes Perfect because that was the first book that I read in this video, and this was a 5-star read, you guys. I love this book so much, and it makes me so happy. So I don't know, but I enjoyed this one more than When in Rome. I just love Annie's and Will's relationship. I can see how some people might think that she seems a little kiddish, but I really enjoyed this book, and I felt like this was such a nice story. I love the pirate references, so I just felt like this book made me smile, and that's what I want in a book, something that can just make me happy when I'm reading it. I love her author's note in the back, and I just want to scream, so I'm so happy I read this book in this video. Also, this book is not that spicy, in case you guys were curious. I feel like Sarah Adams books aren't that spicy, so they would be great if you don't really care about spice. The second book I read in this video was Once More with Feeling by Elisa Sussman, and I am obsessed with this cover. I think I enjoyed reading Funny You Should Ask more than this book, but I still enjoyed reading this one. However, there was a trope that I don't like in this book. It didn't really turn me off as much as the other books with the trope. I think that's because the author didn't really talk about Ryan as much, and also he wasn't portrayed in the best light. I feel like that's why I didn't really vibe with him initially anyways, but I still found this book kind of annoying because of the main female character. I felt like Cal deserved better. Also, at times I thought that their relationship was kind of toxic. I would give this one a 3 out of 5, and I would still recommend it because I liked reading it. I don't know if people would like it, but you know, it's not a bad book. It's just not something that I I fell in love with, but I'm so glad that I read it. And then the last book that I read was Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood, and I really enjoyed reading this book. I would highly recommend it. I didn't give this a 5-star, however, just because I felt like what I said in the reading vlog, that this book was a little bit confusing to me at first because of all the STEM references, and I totally understand because this is a STEM book, so obviously it's about physics. She's going to talk about physics, but I just felt like not everyone would be able to understand, or it might be a little bit confusing. But honestly, once I got into this book, I loved it, and it did take me some time to get into this book as well, so that's why I can't give it a 5. I do think that this one is a slow burn, and I really like that enemies to lovers kind of trope. I really enjoyed reading the plot in here. Honestly, this book was so good. I just love all of the characters in this book as well. I don't think I've read a book where I really enjoyed knowing all of the characters, and there were different characters in this book that I think would be great to have their own book. I also love the character development as well as the spice in this book. I thought it was perfect, and honestly I can just say so many things about this book, so highly recommend if you guys want to read something. I feel like a lot of people would like this book. So I'm so happy that I finished reading 3 new releases and got to share my thoughts with you guys, let you know if I think they're worth it or not. I really enjoyed reading all of them, and I'm so happy that I found a 5-star read. I'm obsessed with this book and honestly would highly recommend this one as well. This is something I would still recommend, but I just don't know if people would like it. So let me know if you guys have read this book and what your thoughts are. But honestly, so happy to always discover new books. These are some great authors, so I just can't wait to read more books by them. I appreciate all of you guys for watching, and I hope this video helped you, give you some more insight on whether you should read some of these or not. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!